Yo, yo, yo. Welcome in, Four Idiots, Fade You Sports, baby. Here with the boys, Kmart and Chaz. Got your host this week, Joey Cheese, in the building. Here to discuss some college football, give out some winners. Kmart, real quick, we do a quick recap from last week. I know you got it.
Ooh, man, let me pull that up real quick.
I know we were on some different sides last week. I think I got the best of you last week, but
yeah, you did. Yeah, I mean, not very often is a team going to score 48 on somebody, and the problem isn't going to be the defense. So that was just a total.
we're talking about the USC game here,
Yeah,
right?
USC Notre Dame. That was just a mind fuck. But I had UCLA +4, which was an L. Oregon +3.5, so I got a little baited on a hook. Basically an 0-3 in my opinion. I mean, I guess Oregon could have blown them out, but going for it on 4th and goal twice, getting nothing, kind of deserved to lose that game.
Oregon only lost by 3, so you won that game.
No, I won it. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
Getting that half point, missing a field goal. I actually was praying he would miss that field goal because I was like, he'll probably lose in overtime and this would suck. Dookie had Oklahoma State, which was a winner. Purdue +19.5, which was not. And then Pitt won outright as a 7.5 point dog. And Cheese, yeah, you got the push on UW. Kicked my ass on Notre Dame +2.5. And Chase, I forget where all these stood. I know you lost
1 and
Maryland.
2, man. Fucking Maryland.
Yeah, UAB covered mine, and and then UNC -4. So, I mean, a decent week. Mine 1 and 2, so 3 and 3. 4-3-1, 6-4-1 is a group, so not too bad.
Well, 6-4-1 is plus money, which is always good. So the boys are producing. I think overall on the season, if you add all of ours up, I believe we are also in the green, which is also great. So the boys are doing their job. But yeah, let's get into this week. Kmart, why don't you start us off with a game? Games kick off in about 55 minutes here, so let's run through this.
Yeah, so first game I'm going to pick is Wisconsin. So the line now is 3. Early in the week it was 2.5, so I snagged it there, but still like them at 3. I feel like this line would be like 5.5 if they would have actually beat Iowa last week. So it's kind of like a play on that. Got absolutely steamboat against, obviously a team with a great defense, but just couldn't score, which I don't know why is a shock. It was just one of those smelly lines, somehow favored by, I think they opened 10.5, then went all the way down to 8.5 by kickoff last week. But yeah, I feel like this line is a little low, so I'm taking it at -3. I think they win this thing pretty easily because, I mean, Chase has helped me watch Illinois a lot this year, and they're a hot bag of garbage. So
they are about as bad as they come.
This was literally. I have two teams that I was trying to figure out for a third play. This was I'm between the one you guys know about and this one. This was the one I was like, I can't. I hate taking road teams in the same conference. However, Illinois is terrible. Wisconsin is infinitely better. Illinois turns the ball over about every 5 minutes. If you watch their games, they can't hang on to the football. I could see this being a blowout. I think they're just beat at every position.
Yeah, I played Wisconsin personally because Kmart liked it, and CFB Bets posted it. He liked it, and that dude's been about as hot as the fucking sun.
Yep.
So that was enough for me to get on it. But yeah, I rode with you guys there. Nice, Chaz. Why don't you give us some? What do you got here?
So I'm gonna go a little off the radar and do something that we don't generally do a lot on here. I'm gonna go Oklahoma first half. I think this is a no-brainer. I like Oklahoma for the game, but I don't love it as much against the UCF team, which tends to just throw the ball over the yard and put up a bunch of points. I could totally see it being a backdoor cover. So I think the safer play is Oklahoma first half. They have led at halftime at home this year, 35-0, 14-3, and 40-20. Oklahoma puts up points in bunches in the first half. I think UCF has only even led in one game at halftime this year, and it was at Boise State. They're really not a first half team. It doesn't seem they tend to put up a lot of points in the second half. So give me Dylan Gabriel in an absolute rout in the first half over UCF.
What's the line on that?
It's 10 in the first half.
Are we forgetting here that Dylan Gabriel revenge versus old team, right?
Yeah, there's that too.
Gabriel might just want to absolutely fucking blow them out. He is still in contention for the Heisman. The dude is absolutely filthy. We talked about it before we went on air. I had a strong opinion on Dylan Gabriel over 2.5 touchdown passes in this game, but I am not a prop guy. It was just an opinion I had. So yeah, take it for what it's worth.
And I guess we'll get Duke couldn't make it today. Not too sure what he's doing, but he's got some plans with the wifey. But he's actually on the full game for UCF at +17. I'm off the game. I got no opinion. But
what was it? I just read the group chat. He didn't put it in. What is it?
Yeah, UCF +17. And then we got Chase
for the full game.
Correct.
It's entirely possible that both of those hit.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised one bit.
Backdoor.
Wouldn't be surprised one bit. All right, well, I'm going to go to a spot here. I got 3 I'll be giving out. I'm going to save my best bet for the end of the show, which is also another 2-unit banger. 2-unit bangers have been on fire on this show. But I'm going to the fucking trash bowl game, Minnesota, Iowa. I played on Mini +4 in a game where the total is 30.5. I don't see Iowa being able to win this game by more than 3. This is an Iowa team that I think is absolutely fucking trash. Cade McNamara is out for the season. I am 2 wins away, though, from cashing my Iowa season total over wins ticket, which no thanks to myself. I strictly just tailed CFB Bets. But this is an Iowa team who their last 4 games were games where they scored 15, 20, 26, and 0 points. They are not a team I'm looking to back moving forward. This is a mini team that I think could steal this one here. So yeah, I played them at +4. There are some 3.5s out there. I like it at that also. I am also starting to see some 4.5s pop, but I played it at +4. So that will be my first play for the weekend.
I remember you texting that us in the group Monday or Tuesday that you're going to bet Minnesota and you're going to bet them on the money line too. Do you think they're going to beat them? And I just laugh. I'm like, I don't know if I can get there. You're probably right.
I did not play them on the money line.
Yeah,
I did not play them on the money
by 17. Like, it's just that perfect example of why I won't bet them, because of what I saw last week, which is why you should bet them. And that tells me you're probably on the right side.
Dude, I could honestly see this game being 9-7 Iowa. Yeah. Let's not forget, like, this Iowa offense is absolutely fucking trash. They do not score. A couple weeks ago, we came on here on the pod, and I literally told everyone I did not expect them to score a single point versus Penn State, and they lost 31-0. Like, this Iowa team is absolutely fucking garbage. We talk about it as a group all the time.
Is this the best chance of any game all year to end 3-0?
Without a doubt.
I think this is the best chance of a game ending 3-0 all year.
Yeah, like, wouldn't surprise me. All right, let's jump somewhere else. Kmart, why don't you give us a second one?
All right, so yeah, I think for the first time in Fore Idiots history, I'm giving out an under. So
hey.
I got it for the Connecticut-South Florida game. It was under 57 as of right before this show went live, mainly because of the weather. It's supposed to be raining at kickoff. Wind's not that aggressive, but I just see it slowing down the game. A lot of rain, ball possession. Seen enough of Connecticut. I've seen them do absolutely nothing for a full game, and then I've seen them do a lot. So I just think it's going to be one of those slow games. Like probably be pretty close to the number. Like I'm not expecting this to be a 24-20 game. I'd love it if it was an easy under, but I just think, that 57, I think a lot of people are still going to hammer because UCF can score. But I actually lean Connecticut here to win this game at home. And I think even the line's down to a pick 'em at this point. It's not an official bet. That's on the under. But if you're looking to degen, that's where I would lean for the game as well.
I strictly played this under for the simple fact that you gave it out, and I don't remember you ever giving one out. So it was like, he's got to love it.
I kind of like the under in games that the clock is going to run, and both of these teams are going to run the football. So, yeah, I mean, I would definitely be on that side of them.
Yeah, it's going to be an ugly game, and that's why I lean Connecticut. I don't think I want any side, on it, but the under it seems like a good one. I'm not gonna give out mortal locks and guarantees. That shit's pretty lame. But this just feels like a good side to be on for the under 57.
Nice. Chaz, what else you got for us?
I don't know if I want to get to the window on this one. I guess I'll do it. Why not? So the other game that I was debating on picking besides Wisconsin was Navy plus 10.5. I'm pretty sure Cheese is going to be on the opposite side of me, and that's okay. 30.5 points for the total right now. Look, I don't even need to do much adding into looking into the numbers to figure out if it's only going to be roughly 31 points is what people are expecting. If Navy scores at all, we're going to be close to that number. So typically armed forces games are always close. Both teams are going to be the same military mentality. They don't just give up and roll over and play dead. You're going to get a hard-fought win or loss all the way to the end of the game. So I guess I'll take the good old Navy plus 10.5.
Navy 10.5. All right. So real quick, my opinion here. So I was really close to getting to the window on the other side here. I watched some wager talk stuff with some of their guys and girls, some of the stuff that they put out throughout the week. And what kept me off this game was Brian Power said that these military games, I think 7 of the last 8 have been decided by less than 1 score. So that was enough for me not to lay the 10.5. Gun to my head, if I had to bet it, I would lay it. But it was just an opinion and a lean, not as strong enough to get to the window. So with that being said, I will be rooting for Chaz McLongball to get the dub here.
Yeah,
what's the game total on this?
30.5.
30.5. So like I literally laying in bed this morning, scrolling on X, and I see the craziest stat. Armed Forces games, when they go head to head, I forget exactly the year, but it's 81% to the under.
Yeah.
81%. It was like 41-10. Like not a small sample.
So I forgot exactly what it was, but it was either prior this year or last season. I remember seeing at one point, I believe like 14 in a row or 15 in a row went under or some Don't quote me on that, but I don't know why that sticks out.
There's just certain games that it's like it's an auto. For me, it's almost like an auto play. Like this is like the first year in the longest time I haven't taken the underdog in the Michigan State-Michigan game yet. Like this is Armed Forces is the same way for me. Like, okay, whoever the dog is in the Armed Forces game, if they're getting a touchdown, I'm probably taking them. It's almost always a close game.
Yeah. Yeah, and
all right,
we got a listener, CB, who mentioned it's at 11.5 now on DraftKings. He's like, "Is that still good?" And I'm like, "Even better, baby.
That's better."
Yeah. Like it could even be the books trying to entice you to follow the money from 10.5 to 11.5. So I wish Chris Duke were here because that's a snap call. Play the opposite side.
Nice. All right, well, I got another one in the 3:30 Eastern Standard Time spot. Just real quick here. So I started giving out some favorites on the show and betting favorites has been cashing. It just seems like I've gotten lucky and picked the right ones here. So let's hope that trend continues. I played Bama -8.5. I like it at -9 also. I like it all the way up to -13. This is a Bama team who I think is starting to click. Not a fan of this Tennessee team. Their offense does not look nearly as good with Milton. Huge revenge spot from last season when Tennessee just took it to them. Milrose looked good, man. 1,400 yards passing, 11 tutties.
Their defense is getting better each week.
Defense is fucking looking immaculate. This is a Alabama team who has a two-headed horse in the backfield. McClellan and Williams both averaging 5 yards per carry. I think they absolutely lay it on this Tennessee team today. Milrose also a threat with his feet. He's got 5 tutties on the ground. So this is a Bama team. I think just destroys fucking Tennessee today. I like them 34-20. So yeah, it's a play on Bama for me in this spot at up to -9. They're I even see some 9.5s popping in some places. So you guys have an opinion here?
I mean, I'd probably lean that side too, mainly because Milroe looks a lot better than he did 3-4 weeks ago. And what I said, the defense, I think was underrated early, and they're just getting better and better. And I just don't think Tennessee's that good.
Most importantly, there is no longer a quarterback competition in Tuscaloosa. Most importantly.
Right.
I probably won't play this game. I don't necessarily disagree with your logic. I have such a hard time with Joe Milton because I'm going to start calling him Dollar General Cam Newton. Like, the dude's got every tool under the sun. He's humongous. He's fast. He's got a cannon for an arm, but he has no touch on any of his passes. So he can't throw it with any touch to any of those receivers. He just throws line drives the entire time, which just it doesn't get into coverage. So I don't know. I have a hard time not liking what I see with Joe Milton in Tennessee because they're really talented, but they just haven't been good. I don't know. If I play it, it'll be last minute.
Fair enough. Let's get out another one of Duke's plays came out.
I'll give out, yeah. So
how many more does he have?
Duke is on Arizona State plus 27.5. So Duke is notorious for loving Pac-12 after dark. So this falls here. I
wouldn't watch that game if I fucking had to.
I mean, I'll probably be driving home from the SC game, so I know I won't be watching it. But he also loves betting games where he knows Mr. Cheese is going to be asleep. Somehow these have a very high kill rate, meaning
they're like 75% betting games while I'm sleeping.
So I would favor that side, but it's just I don't know what Arizona State team we get. Like, obviously they were competitive against USC, but I think USC's first 6 games, they just weren't. I don't think they cared about them. They knew it was a cupcake schedule. They overlooked Arizona, who I said weeks ago is a.
Did they overlook Notre Dame?
Oh yeah, for sure. I think they're looking to that, but they overlooked them too. I think their eye has always been set on this game tonight. For the revenge factor, the double revenge factor. Yeah, like it's that offensive line though. Issues. But anyway, Arizona State plus 27.5. That's a Duke special. And,
does he have another one too? Let's give his out.
Well, yeah. I mean, if I'm next, because we're on the same side for our last one. So yeah, USC -7. Chris texted us. He actually thinks SC is going to steamboat them, which actually makes me like them even more. If Chris is siding with not only just USC, but a favorite, I love it. I know Chris is very big on on the bomb system, this falls into that line. For me, it just falls straight down to USC's defense. I said it last week. I think they're a lot better than people give them credit for. Last week, they played very well, minus one deep pass. Notre Dame had to work for everything they had. And it's weird to say when there's 48 points scored on them, but 5 turnovers, 3 picks by Caleb, short fields, punt or kickoff return. It just looks a lot worse than it really was, and it wasn't on the defense. Anyway, Utah offensively, Rising isn't playing. I haven't seen anything from these quarterbacks. The only way SC does not cover this game is if Caleb throws 3 picks again. If they have 1 turnover or less, I don't know if they're going to win 40-7. I'd be shocked if they put up 40 on Utah's defense. I'd fucking love it. But I would agree with something along the lines of 30-13, something along that line.
So I couldn't get to the window in this spot for the simple fact that we have nothing to go off of for how Caleb bounces back from games played the way he just did. You have to show me you could bounce back from that bad of a performance in 7 days for me to get to the window here and bet this USC team. With that being said, I certainly can't bet Utah here, but I can't play Utah. I can't play USC at -7 when I could have played them 3 days ago at -5.5.
I never saw that line. Like I saw it, but like it wasn't available for me to bet. And I'm like, I don't think it was 3 days ago. I feel like it was Monday
or whatever.
Like whatever day. And I was like, oh wow, okay, I kind of like that.
You're right. It was Sunday night and Monday. It was available at 5.5.
The funny thing though is a week ago it was 4.5.
Yeah, the look ahead spot.
Yeah, so SC gets steamboated, reopens at 5.5, and all the way up.
Sharp groups hit it. Sharp groups hit it at 5.5. Hit it again at 6. Yeah. Hit it again at 6.5. From what I heard.
Is anybody else worried? I mean, I saw some crazy report this week. Caleb Williams is talking about whoever drafts him is going. He needs equity in the team.
Partial owner.
Is he is anybody else worried about how delusional and how focused he is on the NFL instead of playing college games? I mean, I get it. I mean,
I don't know if that's
the
a real report from what I've seen. Like, I don't know. Like, I've seen a lot of conflicting things. Like, I think the guy who reported it is credible, but he's actually not allowed in USC's practices.
Yeah, I mean,
how does he get this information?
I would say, regardless of whether that report's true or not, I would still be concerned at this point in time how focused my quarterback is on the draft and the NFL instead of focusing on the game this week. I think a lot of that last week was, I mean, look, he played terrible last week. It's like, well,
the thing for me, like, I mean, I've said it since week 1. I don't think Caleb's going pro. Like, unless the Giants fall, like he gave out 5 teams, sure as shit isn't going to Arizona. Like, I don't know why he wants to go to the Giants. Maybe because he thinks he can't get part ownership there.
Big fucking market, dude.
Yeah, you're probably right.
It's the market.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, looking back at the 5 teams, definitely big markets. Like even San Francisco, but it's like, okay, like that's a pipe dream. You ain't going.
Yeah, you're not going to the 49ers, pal.
Yeah.
All right, enough of this USC fucking garbage ass team. Just kidding. Love you, Kmart. Chaz, why don't you give us your last pick?
Best bet. I went into the weeds on this one. I don't know about you guys. I found this to be somewhat of a difficult card to sort out. I like the NFL card a lot better, but my best bet is going to be Appalachian State laying 5.5 on the road at Old Dominion. Old Dominion does not throw the ball. They've got a total of like 160 yards passing per game on the year. So if Appalachian State gets out to a lead, I do not look for Old Dominion to be able to keep it close. Appalachian State scoring 34 points a game. One big stat where I started to look into it, if they get ahead, Appalachian State's only given up 5 sacks on the year, only 3 against their starting quarterback. So Old Dominion, on the other hand, has allowed 32. So if they get out ahead, look for Appalachian State to get home rushing the passer. I think if Appalachian State can get out to a lead, this could be a real blowout because I just don't think Old Dominion's a team that can play from behind.
I'm not even going to lie. It's not even a game I looked at for more than a couple minutes. I didn't see anything that jumped out to me. it'll be a ride for me for the simple fact that it's your best bet. I try to ride everybody's best bets every week. So
yeah, I know it's a little off the radar, but like I said, I was looking at some of the big Power 5 games, and I'm like,
what time's this game kick off?
It's the afternoon. I'll have to get the exact time. It's in the afternoon.
What is it my time, not your time?
It's 7 Eastern.
Yeah.
7 my time?
Yeah, it's late.
I got plenty of time. Cool. All right, well, let's go App State. All right, well, time for my best bet. So the boys know where I'm going here. Noon kickoff. This game starts in about 30 minutes. I am going to the Horseshoe and 2-unit best bet on Ohio State -4. I also played them at -4.5. I also played them alternate line +390, -13.5. This is an Ohio State team that I fully expect to blow the fucking brakes off of Penn State all week, all season. All I've been hearing is Penn State, Franklin likes to cover the number. He's doing stupid shit to, punch the ball in. They are 6-0 against the spread. Well, guess what? That comes to an end today. I think Ohio State absolutely fucking blows them out. For me, what it boils down to when I look at a couple things, I trust Day more than I do James Franklin. Franklin is not a guy I like to wager money on, except for when they blow out Iowa. James Franklin is 2-12 on the road versus ranked opponents, 0-9 on the road versus AP top 10, and 1-10 versus top 5 teams in the country. He simply cannot win the big game. Looking at these two teams' schedules, I see it's like night and day here. Ohio State has good wins at home versus a very capable Maryland team who we know that it didn't work out last week with Maryland, but Ohio State has a great win at home versus Maryland, on the road versus Notre Dame, which is far and away the best win between these two teams. Penn State has one halfway decent win on their schedule, and that's a 31-0 win where I gave them out as my best bet versus Iowa, where Iowa did not score a point. But even that doesn't tell you how bad this Iowa team is. So Penn State has not impressed me one bit. They've beaten absolutely nobody. Ohio State is missing a few guys today. I do not give a fuck. Henderson's out. Ibuka's out. Their star junior or sophomore cornerback is out. I do not give a fuck. I think Ohio State absolutely kills them. McCord's look good. 1,650 yards passing, 11 tutties, 1 interception. This Penn State team has one play this year for more than 40 yards. You are not going to ground and pound the ball versus this Ohio State team. I have this game, Ohio State 34-10. I think they fucking kill them. So yeah, in the Horseshoe, 12 noon Eastern Standard Time kickoff. Ohio State -4, -4.5, -13.5 +390 alternate line is Cheese's best bet for the fucking week. I think we see Ohio State steamroll these fucking dudes. Let's get it.
And I like that side too. I'm following you. I'm following CT Bets. I actually do hope they don't get out to the best start so I can live them for more because I'm a greedy piece of shit. And speaking of being a greedy piece of shit, I'm going to do something I've never done on the show and give out a super degenerate play of the day. So Cincinnati -3 against Baylor. Not going to count it towards my official. I'll do something different for degenerate play. Just to see like if it actually makes sense to be a degenerate, and just force action. So that's going to be my force play of the day is Cincy -3. For whatever reason, my gut just likes it. Both teams 2-4. I just feel like since he's lost a few, they feel like they could be a 4-2 team.
Yeah.
Baylor, I don't really have a read on them. I don't think they're that good. I think since he is better, it's probably the squarest take of all time. Better team. I'm going to just lay the short 3 and hope not to die.
I'm a little jealous. Cheese was early on Ohio State. He was the first in the group chat with it. That totally would have been one of my plays. I love Ohio State. This is a big brother, little brother game. How many times has Penn State been like, we're like the top 10 in the country and we're going to go play Ohio State, and then get just absolutely schwacked? I mean, it just doesn't happen. It's a big brother, little brother game. Ohio State ought to win this game easily. They're going to have better talent on both sides of the ball.
I bet this game so many. So my first ticket, I'm looking at my ticket. I bet this game at 5:34 a.m. Monday morning. It was the first time I hammered this game.
Yep.
I've loved them all week. In the group chat, you guys woke up to me telling you I fucking loved them.
I know, fucker.
That's the advantage of being up 3 hours before you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was like, God damn it. That totally would have been one of my best plays of the week.
So,
and yeah, here you go. Here are those plays from all us idiots. So fade, follow responsibly, and yeah, I hope we all have a day, because
I'm just hoping the
stay
Super
hot, boys.
play goes.
Let's stay hot. College football has been good. Boys have been cashing some tickets, and we will be back next week for the next episode of Fore Idiots. So good luck if you tail. I hope you fucking lose if you don't, and we'll see y'all next week.
Peace.